What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The little ones have been up to their old. It's just one thing after another around here.
Well, fuck me. Never thought I'd see the dear Lord Byron Rotsfield of the Seven High Houses came to tea.
Did he come here without an escort too?
Ah, my dear.
I mean, I guess he's an axe fighter.
How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
Thanks, Uncle.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next.
Yeah, Waloed is so
Black
far
Lion,
away.
She boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waloed friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port.
What are all the black things on the...
The Royalists,
Is it the Blight?
not the Republicans who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waloeders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
But doesn't Byron have to be very careful about who he travels with, because he needs to show that he's still loyal to the Imperials? Yeah, so I guess they dragged Hugo through the desert instead, because it was a shorter trip. Either way, probably not good to be Hugo. I mean, I guess his men are probably used to the desert, but still.
It's finished outfitting our
Doesn't sound very comfy.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is...
I have a feeling we're gonna end up destroying the Mother Crystal anyways.
I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
I don't get what the logistics are. Like, when I stole Benedicta's powers, she could no longer use Garuda's powers or semi-prime. But in the end, she was still able to fully prime, because her emotions went out of control. So, Kupka shouldn't be able to use his Titan powers anymore, but he's still going to be able to transform into Titan. What's the logistics behind that? Besides, like, plot contrivance, you know?
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Does that mean I'm not taking Jill? And so, if Kupka doesn't have hands, and then he transforms into Titan, because Titan's probably going to grow back his hands, because, you know, whenever a primal gets, or an icon gets damaged, they just keep regrowing their limbs. But then if he turns back into Kupka, does he get his hands back? Like, is that how it works, or does he just go back to being handless? Like, I mean, I guess this is one of the first times in history that a dominant has lost both of their hands and survived, so I guess maybe this is new ground for everyone. Maybe he'll regrow his hands? I mean, I have a feeling that the next time he transforms into Titan is gonna be his death. Like, we're gonna kill him, so I guess we'll never find out? I guess?
I was a young man when last I walked this path.
Well, this looks inviting.
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sand.
All yours, Torgal.
I like hearing him talk in the background. Outstanding! My boy! He seems more vocal than Jill and Sid were.
This one. Get him. Go, Torgal.
It's like a sandstorm over there. This place is pretty big. I mean, I'm not gonna explore everything. Just
Many
fight
years
some
ago, when you were just
groups.
a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you, sat in the sand, falling like
I like how he just continued telling his story.
Get him. Over here. This one.
Sorry, Chocoballs. I need the XP. I like how this attack gives you like a cinematic camera angle. Although sometimes the switch in camera angle messes me up.
Who do you think those soldiers were?
Yeah, it makes the attack look really violent as a cinematic. I like it. I like a good, intense clobber. Like the Garuda one, the Garuda Claw one is very similar, but it doesn't change my camera angle.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about
Evil
it.
chocobos.
And such a long ride from Stonehere. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Aw, Torgal. Oh yes, they'll never recognize us now. Let's pull up our hoods. Ooh, a cutscene. Like an actual cutscene.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. In Fire Emblem 7, when they just put on the robes and they're like, no one will know it's us. Wait, is Kupka up here? Oh, no! Joshua's here. Oh, and he ain't doing so good.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Are we gonna recognize her? Or is Byron gonna recognize her? Or is it just another case of like, we barely just passed each other, and we'll never know?
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Kupka, then.
Shut up!
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
You could see you could see Byron's regret
Sorry.
on his face. Oh, and conveniently she doesn't see Clive because the cabinet was blocking the way. Or the pillar.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
Well, now she's gonna see us.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
He's still eating. They're so baffled.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose.
I like how they kept the soup in his beard.
Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
I like Byron. Hopefully I don't burn the entire place down when I do this.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
It's over. You're finished. You.
And Byron's got his priorities. He knows what's up.
For your trouble.
Good thing he's got a lot of money. He's like the best companion we've had.
Miss, that soup could do with a touch more salt.
He's got a great sense of humor, he can fight, he's got a lot of money. Ooh, look at that water. It's so clear and pretty.
Now's our chance.
What, you're not gonna tell him that his brother's downstairs?
Your Grace?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Oh, all the tables are gone.
Clive?
Oh, he's got good instincts. He knows exactly where to go. That feather must be very good. Also, was he keeping it in his, like, chest? Ah, yes, Joshua always never ate his strawberries? Or something?
It's nothing. Let's go.
I mean, Joshua probably wants to stay away from Clive because of Ultima.
Before.
Anyway, so I guess...
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Yeah, so even if she told him directly that Clive was down there, he probably wouldn't have wanted to go see him, but still.
Needed to a silken soft.
Take a sniff, good sir.
My carpets have pride of place in Castle Dasbog. You two can live like
What does this say? Once you go flat. Oh, the flatbreads. I was like, what's that supposed to tell me? Once you go flat.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to.
Light it for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you?
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Oh, we're lucky the guy was pretty forthcoming. He could have been greedy and be like, oh, that's me. You want to do business with me?
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
She was also pretty forthcoming.
Young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
Mom, I want to play with the crystal.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask Further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Further knows.
Wait, incense!
Excuse me. Are you Further?
I am.
Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
But I sense a contradiction. Clive was like, she was an old friend of mine, and then he's like, I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts.
And technically both statements are true.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
I like how the people over here are just watching us. You guys enjoying the show over there? Yeah, normies don't get to join in on the fight. Hey, welcome, Yusinoha. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. You guys are lucky I didn't cut off your hands.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
I like how everyone just keeps saying the names of locations like as if we already know where they are. It's our first time in this town, they're like, you know, go to this place, oh, go to this place, go to this place, and we're like, yeah, we know where those are. We totally have a map. It's not like I have this invisible quest marker that tells me exactly where to go.
Fresh bread.
The juiciest meat from greens fed. Yes, they're quite
The finest fabric.
Oh, maybe it is a young blacksmith.
Is this the place?
Lubo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance.
Sid II?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
Side quests, my friend. Side quests.
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart.
What do you mean by that?
Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man... 5 times my age?
Is he gonna give me a brooch as well in the end?
But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
I want you to find out Danamil's ultimate secret.
It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
The misfortune Dalamil finds herself in is of a crystalline nature. So do be discreet in your inquiries,
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves.
Well, that was easy. We found out what it was.
Common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
Well, I think I figured out what the problem is.
A deposit.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing.
I'm
not a soldier.
What do you mean by that?
And be off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the men of the rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking, with pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off. Do you think they'll be back soon?
Needed to a silken soft.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men on the rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer. I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Should we really be going back to the inn, though?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Uncle?
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
How many treasures do you carry with
Many
you?
treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face.
Thanks for summoning Kirby
I
Ash.
arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
I like that usually, you know, when you have the characters that are like rich and just spend their money everywhere, you usually like hate those types of characters. But Byron does it in a way that's like useful and fun at the same time, beneficial. It doesn't come off as like being snobby. He's like using his power for good, his privilege for good. Hello.
This one. Attack. Kill. Yours, Torgal. This one. This one.
Kind of reminds you of Citrine from Fire Emblem Engage. I never used Citrine. I think I only did like... I only saw like 2 supports with her, and I never used her in battle. From the little I learned of her, though. Oh, I have to go on the other side of this wall. Oh, come on, I have to go all the way around this. Could just hop on Ambrosia, but I kind of want to fight stuff along the way. Okay, that actually didn't take as long as I thought.
I'll take it from here.
Go get him, Uncle.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
That's a lot of crystals.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
Did you get all that?
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Yeah, Byron, maybe you should have waited until you were a bit further away before doing that. Good thing these guys are stupid.
It's not over yet, Uncle. Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
Did this guy really just cast Cure on an ally that was at full HP? Hey Kokono! Welcome to the stream, thank you so much for coming by! Good to see you. Oh, you cast a Cure on him? Oh, Clive, you completely missed. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I love the Titan jabs so much. More? You making me fight chocobos now? Now I just feel bad. Oh, you want me to do this? Oh no, I punched the chocobo. I feel bad. I meant to punch the man.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
You're so fun,
You
Uncle.
were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
Thanks for the clip, Ash.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
Yes, exactly. Here at the Kirostyle channel, we do not condone the domestic abuse of chocobos. But humans, fair game. Humans deserve it.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse.
Thanks for the sleeveless, Redeemer.
Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
These two have some fun banter.
Here, wear this.
He does give me a brooch. Another Boy Scout badge.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Do I have to phrase it like that, though? So that's how they direct the owls. It's like some Harry Potter stuff, you know?
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Also, Byron, you probably shouldn't have given the guy your real name. So he could blackmail you. Because you're trying to be...
Well then, I wish
pretending
you a
to be
safe
with
journey
the
south.
royal, or no...
Thank you.
The Imperials.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
It's like confusing. We have the Imperials, we have the Royalists. We also call them by their country names. Oh, side quest time. It's side quest time. Everyone rejoice. It's side quest time. Okay, there's only 2. Fine.
I've never even forged a butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Saver, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before.
What kind of apprentice are you?
There's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of
What have you made?
Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
You know what you should make, my friend? Kettles.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
True, what I'm hearing.
There's one... Okay. I was gonna say there's one over there, but it's just a big zone.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
I never would have guessed that. Who would have thought? I need knives to be sharp.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't you? Everything I've worked for. Ruined. All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
Hey, Kiri, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Let me write you your shout out. You guys, please go check out Mr. A Shen when you get a chance, both on Twitter and Twitch. He's an amazing streamer and also an artist. He makes all his own assets. He's very hardworking and he takes commissions. He plays Final Fantasy XIV, he raids, he plays other games. I think he's been into Baldur's Gate recently, which I believe is what you were just streaming. And just a really nice guy. I've known him for many years now. Please go check out Mr. A Shen, also known as Kiri, when you get a chance. Thank you so much for entrusting me with your audience. Hey everyone. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Feel free to leave because of spoilers. I appreciate you dropping off your friends with me. And I am Kiro, the frog-loving martial artist. We're playing Final Fantasy XVI, and we are maybe like 23 hours into the game or so. Hey, Arkupup. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Again, please go make sure you check out Kiri when you get a chance. He's really, really awesome. Thank you so much.
I'd have you save my business, the baths.
Thank you so much for following me too. Thanks for being a froggy friend.
Crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
You got it, man. I'll go check out your bathwater for you.
Just look at the hanging lantern.
Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
We can make our way back to the farm now, at least.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Don't you dare tell me it needs to be sharp.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly
Who would have thought?
Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Silver platters.
Plates and pots!
Take a sniff, good sir.
They're quite sweet.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalimil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalimil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Luba wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is gonna be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah!
Oh, hey Byron. Running ahead of me, are you? I'm glad Torgal has no qualms about keeping up with the chocobos. He's probably like, yay, a chance to run.
Thanks, Gal.
Got here very fast, Appa.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me,
But my side quest is not done yet.
Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the furnace?
Hey Lorik, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, I have to go here.
Good girl.
Okay, so everything I need is beyond the south gate. Oh, I can't jump this.
That'll do, girl.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest fabric!
It would make a fine.
Kneaded to a silken softness.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Sweet incense. Wax candle.
Okay, I guess we'll walk on foot so we can fight stuff along the way.
Get going soon. Do you have water?
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubo?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Right, a plan. I always have a plan. What are you talking about? Torgal, what's the plan? You came up with the last plan, Torgal. Hey Armand, welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the stretch reminder too.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
My other destination's over there.
But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
Okay, but my main objective's over here. Oh, I have to go all the way around.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now.
What the hell are those things?
Oh, I was like, do I jump down from here? Okay, let's go around. Shiny. I guess I have to beat up the bombs. They're probably what's making the water too hot.
By the flames.
They're bath bombs! Koji Fox, Koji Fox. New enemies. Oh, Faithful.
That's better.
Oh, I shouldn't stand in the fire. That's probably a bad idea. Probably get these guys first, eh? Ow.
Get him!
Can you stop hitting me from behind when I'm beating up your friends? Is that really so much to ask?
This one.
Torgal, show him who's the real old faithful. Hey Hikaru, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Good to see you. It's going well today. Things are good.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
I'm just gonna quick travel back to town. Can't believe I had to use my potions on those things. Oh, what's this? In exchange for one great sword forged to the specifications hereunder, Red Rooster Trading will pay the sum of 1,000 gil, no less than 8 hands in length, weighted pommel, briar clam inlay, serrated edge suited for cutting bone. Only 1,000 gil though?
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon.
It looks more like you made a kunai.
Forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
Ninja class unlocked.
Sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava: know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
Oh ho you. Oh ho you.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle.
Yeah, I kind of did everything.
The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or...
He studied the blade.
Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
Yep, that's
You
correct.
passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Lubor really be like, I'm gonna rip this guy down to the foundation so I can build him up even stronger.
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs needed to a silken softness.
Plates and pots! There he is. Masons! Man, I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
Bath bombs. And Old Faithful.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
Ooh, I'm really close to leveling up. Well, actually, I did level up. Sweet. Okay, let's restock on potions.
Well, we can make our way back.
Are you looking for something in particular?
Hey, Yoru! Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for following me. I really appreciate it.
My thanks.
Welcome to the
An
Froggy
excellent
Friends.
Choice. Fare you well.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
I've got a crystal.
Okay, now we can finally go to Drake's Fang. You know what, I'll even call my chocobo.
Ready, go?
You deserve a rest.
So I can't go that way yet. Yeah, we'll go the rest of the way on foot. Since we haven't been here before. The jaw. It is Drake's Fang, after all.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know? Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
Be safe, Uncle. I hope nothing bad happens to you.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Hey, Kiefer, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Final Fantasy's going well. Oh, I have to quick travel there. It's more like Drake's eyeball. Look, you have some makeshift hands. I would feel bad for you if you didn't slaughter an entire nation.
Why do they still hurt? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch! I'll kill you, Rosfield!
Wait, you're not Olivier.
I
thought
you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
you're not Olivier.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
Is this guy Leviathan?
Yeah, but...
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just... tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A mother crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you?
Pets him like a dog.
Clive Rosfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Have a good rest, Ash. Thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, Hugo would save a lot of money on furnishings if he just went to therapy, you know? Oh no.
Orcs. Did the royalists bring them from Ash?
Okay, so when I defeated Hugo last time, and then Mr. Silverhair took him away, I thought that that was Olivier, and I did see that he had silver hair. But then the next cutscene we saw Olivier, and Olivier had blonde hair. So I was confused, thinking, was it just the lighting? But then now that we saw they're two separate characters, now it makes more sense, because it would still be so weird. It would be such a twist. It'd be so weird if Olivier was the one who helped Hugo get away, but that wouldn't make sense based on the allegiances of the countries. Although he is in cahoots with Annabella. So that makes a lot more sense, and it makes Olivier significantly less interesting, because I thought maybe he was like secretly a powerhouse that was a mama's boy and played with dolls, but that's not the case. So Silver-Haired Man seems like he's in cahoots with Ultima and Barnabas. Hey, Yusinoha, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, if Olivier could carry Hugo, I'd be so concerned. That's why I was so shocked when it happened, because I thought it was him. And I was like, he's a lot taller than I remember, but we've only ever seen him, like, huddled by his mother's feet. So that's why I was so confused, because we haven't really seen this character. That's why I was like, oh my god, is he like a secret powerhouse? Is he like Adam Warlock? So I bet Mr. Silverhair was also the one who gave Hugo Benedicta's, presumably her head or something like that. Because I thought that maybe Sid just sent Hugo Benedicta's necklace, like as a sign of like, well, this is the right thing to do. But it's obvious from the contextual clues that a lot more was sent to him than just the necklace. So I'm pretty sure it was Mr. Silverhair here. Okay, things make more sense now.
He's been part of the Waluda army now. How the hell did that happen? They've spotted us.
For a bunch of big guys, you guys are chumps.
Taken over the entire mine. It's over. Stay down. This one. Go for it. So much for the men of the rock. Dalmekia's finest.
I'll leave her, Clive. You were hiding back there. Mr. Mesmerizer. Mesmerize this! Chests? Chests? Oh no, there's orcs.
Animals. You should never have left Ash.
Over here!
Who am I shooting up there? Oh, hi.
This one.
I should get the caster guy. Man, I love punching things.
This one.
Over here!
Alright, okay, fine, I'll come up here. Oh, I can't. Oh, I thought I can get him from here. Ow! You have the high ground, I see. Hey, excuse me. There we go. Any chests? No. Oops. Wrong.
Won't be going any further this way.
You could totally climb that rubble, Clive. It's really not that bad.
Stairs. This must be the way out.
Clive's playing it safe. He hasn't gotten his tetanus shot yet. Fair enough. Oh, boss room? Mini boss room? Oh, hi. Yes, hi, mini boss. Oh, I didn't see that you shot something at me already.
How did it get in here?
Wow, he shoots those things so fast. Oh yeah, I love Titan.
Nice try. To me, Blade!
Hey, excuse me. Wow, I am breaking him so quickly with all my skills in succession. I can't see! It's so nice having Titan instead of Rama. I think I missed. I mean, lucky me, the orcs took out all the soldiers. I kind of feel like I got ripped off of fighting all the soldiers that I want to kill. For revenge. Ooh. Whoa, they built an entire, like, palace in here.
Flames. Come on, Torgal.
I'm guessing these are potions?
Do things by halves. As if taking the mother crystal to his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
We're going to destroy everything, because he's going to turn into Titan, and this thing's not going to fit him at all.
Let the trial begin.
Spirits within?
With me,
No one liked that movie. I remember Spirits Within was actually my first I didn't watch the whole movie, but the first time I ever heard of Final Fantasy was because I was in a movie theater and I saw the trailer for Spirits Within. I was like, what is this? And for the longest time, I thought that's what Final Fantasy was. I thought that movie was the pinnacle of what Final Fantasy was. Which is obviously not true. Punch, 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 punch! What was my first Final Fantasy? It was Final Fantasy IV for Game Boy Advance. That was my first Final Fantasy. Uh-oh. Although before I played Final Fantasy IV, I did play Kingdom Hearts. So I was like, even more confused, because I was like, wait, this is Final Fantasy? But I thought Final Fantasy was like, you know, with that Cloud dude and that Squall dude. I was so confused. And then when Dissidia came out, I was like, oh, okay, they just did a completely different, like, aesthetic shift after that point. Got it. Oh. I love it when he turns his back and fires his laser. Ah. My relationship with Kingdom Hearts was even weirder though, because I first saw the commercial for Kingdom Hearts 1, and I was like, this looks dumb. This looks so silly. What's up with this goofy guy with the clown shoes? Why would I want to play a game with Disney characters like this? And then many, many years later, I watched my friend play Kingdom Hearts 2, which begins with the whole, like, Twilight Town part, and I was like, wait, who are these characters? They're actually cool characters in Kingdom Hearts? Who are these characters? So then I eventually went and played it, and I was like, oh, this is actually really, really good. So yeah, my first impression of both Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts was very strange, because the first impression was completely different than what I thought. What are my top 3 Final Fantasies? I mean, I've said... Final Fantasy is not really a series that I really, really like all the individual games. Hey, FF is Life, welcome to the stream, thank you so much for coming by. I really like 14, but I feel like 14's kind of its own thing, because it's an MMO, and all the different expansions and stuff. But it does, you know, of course, have a lot of homages and references to the other games, which I think is awesome. It's basically like, you know, if you're a fan of the series, here, we'll put the entire series together in one game for you. So I think 14's amazing, but it's kind of like in its own league compared to the others. I like 4 and I like 6. But because they're old games, I do judge them on the merits of, like, what I think they are at the time. And I liked 7 Remake, although 7 Remake is technically not done, because they're still doing the other part of the game. So like, it's not really fair for me to say it's a great game on its own, because it's not completed yet. But most of the other mainline games, I've played pretty much all of them, except for like 1 or 2 of them. And I think they're just mid. I think they're okay. Although I really didn't like 12 and 15, which fans of those games will hate me. It is a hot take. But right now, I'm really enjoying this one. So like 14, 16, 7 Remake, 4 and 6. I think those are the ones that I've liked the most.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Muthos.
See, I knew this game couldn't get away without having a Sephiroth wannabe. I mean, I don't really know if this guy's a Sephiroth wannabe, but he's the closest thing so far. And I really don't like Sephiroth.
Did the orcs do this too?
feel like all my hot takes, ones that'll get me cancelled, is just me disliking certain games and or characters. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't like 12 or 15. I'm really sorry. You think 12 and 15 are some of the more disliked ones? I don't know. A lot of people I know hate the 13 series. And it's not that I like the 13 series, but at least there were parts of them that I liked. Oh yeah, 100%. The 15 was 100% squandered potential. Everything about it was just screaming wasted potential, and that's what gets me the most. That's what makes me dislike things the most. I mean, you guys saw me rant about Rain Code. Whole reason why I dislike that game is because it's such wasted potential. It had the potential to be good. Did I go through the DLCs? I did. But even that didn't really save it by then. It was really like, these should have been part of the main game, and even then it's still incomplete. I also hated the car. It was kind of cool at first, but it got really annoying really quickly. Well, the music is a little different.
Are these things here for me? Or for him?
You know, like, a lot of people don't like 13, which I completely understand. It is very linear, and the battle system at times could devolve just into hitting auto. But I actually kind of liked the idea behind the battle system. I think I didn't like 12's battle system, and I didn't like 10-2's battle system, but I feel like the 13 battle system combined them together in a way that sort of worked. And the other thing about 13 is everyone says the characters are really annoying, and I 100% agree. The characters are annoying. But I kind of still liked them. Because... And here's the reason why. It's because 13 was one of the first Final Fantasy games where I really felt that every single character in the party played a significant role in the main story and continued to play a significant role in the main story. Because a lot of the games before that, you know, you got the main hero, you got the main heroine, and then you have one other character that's like really plot relevant, and then everyone else just kind of joins you, and then they don't have much plot relevance beyond that, or they get forgotten, or they don't talk in any of the cutscenes. And, you know, coming from someone that played like Tales before I played Final Fantasy, I was so used to everyone having a role in the story, and everyone talking a lot and getting to know the characters. So prior to 13, I felt like there's so many characters that just join your parties, and they just never say anything or never have plot relevance. And 13 was the first one where it felt like everyone had plot relevance, even though half the cast was really annoying. But they had plot relevance. And the music in the 13 games is actually really good. I will also give it that. Oh, Bravery. Some opponents will use the ability Bravery to invigorate nearby allies, enhancing their performance in battle. Look for the Bravery icon. Defeat these targets quickly or risk taking extra damage. Yeah, you're the most annoying character I've ever heard of. But you've heard of me. Exactly. Yeah, like 15 had so much potential in it. There was the movie and stuff too. And I think like one thing the 15 got right was like the dynamic between the 4 main characters was really good. Like the banter between them, they were always talking together. You could feel like the bromance, and of course that does a lot in selling the fandom, especially when people can ship things and draw fan art. And that was like the strong part. But then it was like the main story was just not good, and then any other character besides the main 4 was boring. Like anytime someone else joins your party, it's like the 4 dudes are all joking around and talking with each other, and then the 5th person that joins you is like just there. Like they don't have much interaction, they don't have anything. It's like they're like third wheeling on this 4-way bromance. That's what it felt like anytime someone else joined your party. And I was like, oh darn it. They did such a good job writing the party banter. I wish they did it with like every other character that joined your party, but no. But I think that's why like the fandom was very strong, because one thing that builds fandom is shipping. As problematic as shipping is, it builds fandoms really easily. Like, look at Fire Emblem Awakening and how it brought back Fire Emblem from the brink of death and created shipping wars all over the fandom. I think the problem is like not just Final Fantasy, but a lot of games nowadays, like they focus so much on the gameplay, which is good, gameplay is good, or they focus so much on the what happens, but they don't really focus on the who is involved in what happens. Like a lot of the plots are like plot driven, but not really like character driven. Does that make sense? Like it's so concerned with trying to get the main events of the story lined up that it neglects the individuals of the characters. I feel like that happens with a lot of games nowadays, and I really like good stories, but I like good stories that are very character focused. Because at the end of the day, I think that's what builds the fandom. People fall in love with the characters and want to draw the characters and want to have headcanons and fanfiction about the characters, more so than the overall story. I do like Nier and Nier Automata. I was a big fan of Nier before Automata came out. I still like Replicant more than Automata, but they're both good. They're both good. Don't get me wrong. On the other hand, though, I was very disappointed with Drakengard.
Nice try.
It's amazing how much you can deplete the stagger gauge when they immediately come out of stagger. Like that brief moment of time, you can really like deplete it almost back down to 50% if you're smart about it. I kind of want to stream both of the Nier games one day. Go back and play them. Can you just die already? Thank you. Your friend just threw you straight into Nier Automata because they were a longtime Nier fan. Well, thank you for the stretch, Hikaru. I really appreciate it. Honestly, though, being thrown straight into either Nier or Nier Automata, I think it's perfectly fine. If you were thrown directly into Drakengard, though, it would not be the same. I feel like if I started with Drakengard, I probably would not have even thought to try the rest of the series because Drakengard was not what I thought it was going to be, in a bad way. Well, thanks for calling Kirby. I know people that like Drakengard are very diehard about it, but I did not enjoy it.
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go?
You just see like Titan burst forth from that structure. Yeah, the thing with Drakengard is that like
I can feel it.
I really feel the lost opportunity from Drakengard. Wait, why are there two doors? I came in through this one, right? Like the music's really good, the ideas are really good, but the characters are written really weird, and also the gameplay is just, it's boring and it's hard. It's like boring and hard gameplay. Oh, okay. I go through the other door. I thought that maybe there was a staircase down here. That's why I was confused for a second. It's boring, it's hard, and it's repetitive. It's like the three worst things in gameplay. And the visuals are kind of hard on the eyes. Even for their time, they were kind of hard on the eyes. Especially 3. Okay, time to fight Titan, I guess. Oh, maybe not. Time for this first. No. Titan's moves are kind of slow, so if you get hit during the startup of that one, it's kind of punishing.
Better be the last of them.
Like especially the, what is it? Upheaval. Upheaval is kind of risky. The punching one's nice because you actually get like an armored frame at the beginning. Do I have a table flip move? I do, actually. But it's on a really long cooldown, so I don't have it equipped.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much.
He's going off the deep end.
Kuka!
Clive, just run up and stab him right now. Oh. Hey, Nix, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. Hey, Kanukis, welcome, welcome. And Ari, thank you so much for redeeming the Sleepless. Oh, thank you so much for the fun frog fact as well. Hey, Brett, good to see you. Hope you guys are all doing really well. Oh, fun frog fact. When Darwin's frogs, the tadpoles, hatch, the male actually swallows all the tadpoles and then keeps them inside his mouth. And he keeps them in there for like 60 days. And they just kind of live there and mature and grow. And then after that time period's over, the dad just kind of spits out fully formed tiny frogs. It's kind of cool, but also kind of weird. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for entrusting me with your audience. I hope you had a good stream. Please go check out Nyx, otherwise known as Nyx, when you get the chance. He's a really cool streamer. He's a cat boy. He plays Final Fantasy XIV. He raids. What more could you ask for? And he draws, too. He draws as well. So please go check him out. He's really, really cool and a good friend of mine. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope you had a great stream. Were you progging something today? Hey, Hakaze. Did I say hi to you earlier, Hakaze? I can't remember. Welcome, everyone. You just looked up Darwin Frog's mouth. Dear Lord. Thank you, guys. I'm Kiro, the frog-loving martial artist. We are playing Final Fantasy XVI, and we are, like, 24 hours into the game-ish, I think. I kind of lost track. We're about to do a big boss fight with, presumably, Titan. So, feel free to stick around and relax, enjoy yourselves, go grab a snack, or go and take care of yourselves after your stream. I really appreciate it. Yes, I'm the funky frogman. Thank you, Nyx. I really appreciate it.
I swear to you, my love, we will never be parted again.
What's wrong with him?
Well, she's naked. He doesn't know that I'm Ifrit. So he doesn't know that's me. Oh, well, okay, now he does.
Oh shit, he's priming.
Hear, feel, think. Torgal, you better run away. Right now. This place is not safe for you.
Find him. You've done this before. You can do it again. And the flames burn within you. No. Let them burn without.
Come to me, Ifrit!
Wait, then who's this hooded man? Is he the silver guy? Or is it Joshua? I think it's Joshua. Why are there so many hooded men that look identical in this game? Who created Organization 13 here? Torgal, I really hope you're safe. I know you have plot armor. You are a big boy. You have holes instead of abs. Oh, he's growing back his hands now. Okay, so, okay, I think that confirms our theory. Okay. I am tiny. Oh gosh, how am I gonna do this? Oh no, not Geo Crush. He's so tall. I can't see the screen properly. Ow. This is so weird because my camera's like tilted upwards and Ifrit's at the very bottom of the screen, so it's kind of hard to gauge my distance and attacks. Do you think hitting him in the wiener would be effective? Probably. I feel like Hugo would be the type of guy where his weak spot is right there on his Titan. I can't wait to have the cool fight cutscene. Oh, I didn't mean to pause there, but okay, here we go. Kieran, thank you so much for coming by. Oh, thank you so much for giving Kieran the shout out. Hey, Bunkai Wizard, welcome to the stream. Hey everyone, welcome. Please go join us in following Atalia Kieran when you get a chance. He's a really cool streamer. And I know I say this about everyone, but he is an amazing streamer, and also he's a professional voice actor, he's a singer. He's also my best friend. He plays a lot of amazing games that I also like. He's a big, great Ace Attorney fan, and Ace Attorney in general, Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy XVI, JRPGs, Pokemon, Baldur's Gate currently. He's an amazing guy. If you like anything, he's got it for you. And he's also a really positive streamer with a really positive outlook and a very positive community. So please make sure you go give him a follow. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a good stream. I can't remember what you were streaming today because I think you started after I did. Welcome. I'm Kiro, the frog-loving martial artist. We're playing Final Fantasy XVI. I am currently fighting Titan right now, and it's going well. It's really fun. It's really fun. Maybe I should review my attacks while I'm on this screen. Okay, I've been trying to do the fireball burst in the backdraft. Oh, I forgot I have X square attacks? Oh right, you're doing Crab Game today and Moonfire Fair stuff. That's awesome. Hope we had a fun time. Alright, but this is the same as Clive's charge attack. I can't even like target lock Titan, but he's so large I guess it doesn't matter. There we go, that was a good burst. There we go. That's what I want. I've learned Brimstone. His attack's just called Stone's Throw. He throws a stone. Well, something much larger than a stone, but... Brimstone? Clive has learned the ability Brimstone from Titan. Hold and release R2 and square to emit a violent explosion. Hold R2 and square longer to increase explosion size and strength. Press X any time to cancel the charge without triggering the explosion. Ifrit is invulnerable to damage while charging Brimstone. Ooh. Suffering attack, however, will automatically trigger the explosion. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Let's give this a try.
I'm gonna forget to use that move, but... No, Titan's pretty spry for someone his size. Oh yeah. I don't know if that's more effective. Ow. Ow. Ow! Well, dang! Uh-oh, that can't be good. Uh-oh. Also, I really hope Torgal's okay. Oh my god, he launched me all the way there. Thank you for the stretch, Kieran. You guys at home, make sure to sit up straight in your seats and stretch as well. Ooh, that music. Oh my god, he's gigantic. His head is so tiny. He looks like Pinky and the Brain when they try to pretend to be humans. Oh my god, a running game? Shinigami's Revenge. It is just like the end of Raincoat chapter, isn't it? Except better in every way possible. He knocks me really far away. Why do you have Vine hand? Why do you have Dr. Octopus hands now? Oh, thank you for giving me a path. Oh god. I mean, thank you for making all these land bridges for me. Okay, now this is like a Raincoat Shinigami thing. I have to like charge through the crystals but also shoot down the rocks. Why does Titan have Dr. Octopus tentacles? And why do they move so spry for things made of rock? Don't question it, just Hulk smash, I guess. Haha, you're hitting yourself. I heard you like having your hands, so I fixed that for you. Oh. Uh-oh. This is pretty fun, though. I will say, this is very fun. Yeah, I'm giving him a pedicure. Oh, the stupid shockwave. Ow! Ah, I staggered you, idiot. Hey, Anarchic, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for following me and being a froggy friend. See, my bot was reporting the follows earlier, and now it seems to have stopped. It's been doing that lately. That's okay. I turned on the sound alerts on my end so I can actually hear it. Music change. Oh, yeah! I can't even tell if I got hit by that or not. Ow, hey! I ran in too fast. I feel like I'm playing Devil May Cry. Ow! Well, I guess I'm supposed to flame burst that part, hey? I forgot that I just learned that. Ow! Yeah, Brimstone's the way to go. Okay, got it. Brimstone. It would suck if you got hit by him falling during the stagger. That was pretty good. Shoot my puny fireballs at you. Oh, no, 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 don't dodge that way. Oh, I should be using Brimstone for that, huh? As I keep saying to myself. I like how I can like do chip damage to him just by shooting fireballs constantly. It is really just like the pod blasts or the Grimoire Vice's regular shots. You just keep mashing the button when nothing's happening to do extra damage. Ow! Wombo combo. Thank you so much for the bits, Hikaru. Oh yeah, I get to throw it back at him. I just realized his name is called Titan Lost. Talk about a self-fulfilling prophecy. What am I doing? Oh. Aim. Oh, there's a reticle. I'm like, what am I doing? Ow! How am I supposed to defend myself while killing your tentacle? Stay away! Yeah, how tiny Ifrit manages to get leverage on Titan's massive limb. It's just badass. Oh, I'm doing like a... Oh my god, I'm doing like a tokusatsu kick. Ooh. And I just fall into his body cavity. That's fantastic. Oh, hi! Hi! There's a mini you inside. How do I fight in midair? This feels so weird. Why does he have a full health bar? Inside every Titan is a tinier Titan. Ow. It feels weird to dodge things without ground. I can't really tell what's an attack and what's not. Yeah, he's like a Matryoshka doll, yes. Okay, just dodge the yellow stuff. Dodge the yellow stuff. Even when I dodge, it looks like I'm getting hit. Because I also glow yellow when I dodge, and I'm dodging things that are yellow. Yeah, punch him in the crotch! Right there, punch him in the crotch! It's really hard to do the burst combo in midair, too. Okay, bye! Oh, I tried to do Brimstone, but it was too late. It's really weird to aim your attacks too here. Okay, I did Brimstone. Are you proud of me? This feels really weird. Oh, I forgot Brimstone has a cooldown. Come here so I can hit you. How deep is this hole? Falcon Punch! Now I am Rock Ifrit. Oh my god, I just have rock fists. I can't say it fast enough. No, my rock fist. I love the music cuts out and then the multiple angles with the pachoo pachoo pachoo. It's so silly, but it's so good. Thank you for the stretch, Kieran. Dang, that Titan just wouldn't go down. That was fun. That was fun. It's kind of nice that seeing the title, the win screen, actually confirms that the fight is ended, because otherwise it just keeps going and going and going and going. So it's like, okay, I can put down my controller now because there's no QTEs. Clive be like, I said I wouldn't destroy the Mother Crystal, but it's right there. I mean, the whole building's destroyed anyways, I might as well. Torgal, I hope you're really okay and that you got out in time. You have such strong plot armor, though, I'm sure you're fine. Hugo, more like Hugh gone.
Is that you, Ultima? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
Torgal! You're okay.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger. For 5 years, that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Barnabas really looks like he should be Clive's dad.
Some medicine, my lord? I have salves, potions, anything you
It's the
need.
same medicine girl everywhere.
Or you'll feel the back of my hand.
It's like the third time we've seen her. Or her identical NPC.
Consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope.
Oh my! Oh. Thank you for the bits.
Terrence.
Happy Pride!
Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Terrence has death flags. I feel like Terrence is gonna die. I wasn't expecting them to be brave enough to do this outright on screen. I always thought they were kind of chicken to like really show actual like, you know, gay stuff.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles.
Yeah, I'll definitely check out the encyclopedia after.
From breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Yeah, that was a long-ass battle. You better be glad you don't have to do that, Dion. I mean, I guess you can fly, so it'd probably be easier for you.
Battle at all.
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
What is it?
I've seen a lot of Dion Joshua fan art.
Olivier has been made Emperor. What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Yeah, screw the flower he gave me.
Terence.
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What is it
Uh-oh.
now?
Uh-oh. Is it already time for Terence to die? Oh, never mind. Hi.
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
I know you. At ease. We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
Here, you dropped your flower that your asshole dad
How many
gave
years
you.
has it been since the remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive.
I'm alive, just dying. There's a difference.
Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
But can I stay for the tale? Hey, that's not fair. You can't just boot me out like this. You just boot me out when you're about to tell the tale? I'm not a twink, so I'm not allowed at the twink convention. I guess.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Oh, thank you for lowering the elevator for me. Okay, first I need to restock on potion.
What became of Kupka?
And what can I do for you?
Thanks for coming by, Hikaru. Hope you have a good sleep. We'll catch you next time.
Something be quick about it.
Thank you, thank you. Wait, I'm full on potions? Well,
Finished,
thank
are
you.
ya?
Let's go update our tomes.
How good it is to see you, Clive. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. What subject
Sai.
shall we consider today?
Welcome back. This is the guy, Lord Harbord. Oh yeah, before this just said, like, Commander of the Knights or something like that. Lord Commander of the Kingdom... Oh, here, we'll start from the first one. Lord Commander of the Kingdom of Walud's armies, he accompanied his liege to Fort Zenitra in the Republic of Dalmatia to negotiate the provision of reinforcements from the Royal Order of Knights. Right, we saw him at, like, the very beginning. Lord Commander of the Kingdom of Walud's armies. Harbord is known to many as the Constant Knight by reason of his unchanging icy demeanor and his unwavering loyalty to his liege. Indeed, he appears to command Barnabas's complete trust, having been gifted full command of the Royal Order of Knights despite his apparent youth. The capacity in which he evacuated Hugo Kupka from Roslith Castle, however, remains a mystery. What else do we have now? Wait, we know your name. Your name is Yote. How come it still says attendant to Joshua? Oh, Joshua addresses her by the name Yote, but it's unclear whether this is her true name or another pseudonym. Oh, and she's good with the blade. Here we go. Second in command of the Dragoons, the foremost fighting force of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, his sword remains ever at the ready should anyone be foolish enough to make an attempt on the life of his liege lord, Prince Dion. Born to a family of minor nobles, Terence entered the prince's service as a squire before climbing the Dragoons' ranks. He and Dion are lovers. I'm glad they make it explicit, because you know there's going to be people that saw that kiss and still deny it. I'm just more surprised that they actually included it. Because usually they're, I don't know, bigger game companies usually strike me as being too chicken to do that, you know? Yeah, it's funny that Ultima is included here too. It's a ways away, but when I eventually make my way to Ash, do not read the time lore. It contains spoilers. Okay, thank you. I only really read the time lore when I come back to tomes, and I think that I usually only do that when I come back to the hideaway between big plot points. So I think I should be okay. Like, there's a lot of stuff to be had here, but a lot of it is stuff that I don't need, and then some stuff is stuff that I do need and would have been nice to be told more explicitly, but haven't.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Wait, Medicine Girl has an entry? Does she?
Is there something?
Is that a question or is that a statement?
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Medicine Girl. An orphan girl who pays for her bread by making and selling medicines. I mean, we've seen her 3 times. Maybe she'll get a name later. Maybe she'll be super important. Maybe she's like the actual heroine of the story. You never know, right?
You are always welcome, Clive.
Okay, I'm guessing the side quests aren't open yet, right? Okay, let's talk to Otto first. I'm pretty sure there's going to be another, like, side quest downtime. I think that's when I'll stop today.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's Fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
Hi, Jill.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto, any word on the Royalist movement since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
But first, I think I have some rewards.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Oh, I can ask you about Hugo.
Kuka.
I thought the bastard's death would change things. He's only been dead for like 10 minutes. I mean, I know in-game it's probably been a bit longer. When I close my eyes, I still hear Jara's voice, as he whispers for us to run, as he calls out to the soldiers to distract them. His words saved us, and I'll never forget that. It's just like he said, words are immortal. And his live on in me. They changed my life, and I've wanted to thank him ever since.
Only I don't know how.
I don't know the right words.
I wish you were here.
To teach them to me.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
This one comes from a concerned caravaner.
Here you are.
Ooh, a cleric's medallion +1.
All done?
By 40%, that's pretty good. Still no side quests just yet. Hey Vivian, what do you got for me?
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Physica suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave.
Word Walud and Waluders. Sounds weird.
By the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
I also wish Storm and Ash, I know they're like the land masses and stuff, but I wish that they actually had name-sounding names.
The kingdom of Walud claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Walud shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walud? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waluda standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw, especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Yeah, Odin has really cool lore in, like, Norse mythology, and Final Fantasy doesn't really make use of that. I mean, it's the same with Shiva, right? She has no relationship to Hindu Shiva. I mean, they could do whatever they want with their characters, but still. Thank you so much for summoning Kirby and the lip sync, Armon. Hey, Sai, yeah, the Titan fight was really fun. I like the Ifrit battles. I was very surprised at the last phase, though. I wasn't expecting to fall through an infinite chasm while fighting him falling. That was unexpected.
Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Thanks for coming, Lork. Hope you have a good sleep.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
Oh, shut up, you two.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us.
You kids need to learn that crying is okay.
No lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Also, like, I know all the Final Fantasy games have Ultima in them, but I don't know, the word Ultima just sounds weird. Like, it's obviously the word ultimate, but especially in this setting where everything's like more medieval, it really doesn't sound like it fits into the world.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
A crick in your neck. You always have your head tilted at like this weird angle.
Is it business or pleasure? It's a relief.
Feels like we can breathe again. No more living in fear.
Thank you, Clive.
I know I don't say it often, but I mean it. Oh, and best of luck too. For Rennie here, every other worldly woe paled in comparison to the threat of Hugo Kupka. Now he's gone, we finally have time to devote to everyday gripes and grumbles. As the captain of this little ship, I'm sure you'll be on the receiving end of more than a few. In other words, get ready for side quests, buddy.
Nice to have a bit of good news for once. I don't say it often. But thank you, Clive.
Welcome home, Clive. I was hoping you'd be back soon.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words.
Well, I can tell you how long. 5 years.
This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Have I tried Titan's powers? Yes! Punchin' time! So much fun.
To a bloody riddance.
If there ever was a man who deserved a rusty knife in the gut, it was that prick. Not that I let you carry around a rusty knife. His death won't bring back the people we lost, but it'll ease a few hearts.
Mine included.
Thank you.
You're a good lad, Clive. And you make a fine Sid.
You knew what I would like the punches, of course! It's like if anyone knows anything about me, that's... Sid II, I trust you'll forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle to the test. I'm confident that a man of your position can understand the importance of carrying one's trust, especially in times like this. For what it's worth, you now have earned mine, and I can assure you that it shall not be easily relinquished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship. Oh, he signed as Ruzena instead. Did I get anything new here? Nope.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's...
Like, it's a combination of really liking Titan, and also the fact that I've replaced Rama with him, so I don't have to accidentally keep pressing Rama's, like, railgun shooter attack, because I keep doing that.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tongs down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Still no side quest opening up yet? There's a lot more now. S rank already?
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Oh, I was like, where's the staircase?
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
Called an air conditioning unit.
For...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Night, Yusunoha. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest. I'll catch you next time.
I think Mid might need some help.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Out with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
teats.
Grieger's teats.
Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gav and Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Lid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with. You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Oh, I got to pick? I mean, I haven't been with Otto yet, but I like Gav more. Because Otto doesn't... We didn't really know much about him. Gav, you're with me.
Gav, you're with me.
All right, then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
Of course, he always splits up from us.
I'll pick up the rest of this stuff from Blackthorn's supplier. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
I mean, it does kind of sound like I took Gav with me on the right
your own time.
thing to suit his skill set. I'm surprised that it's not Side Quest City up in here yet. Then I should have stopped my stream earlier. Oh well. Alright. That was fun today. We got all the Titan stuff out of the way. All those were pretty fun fights. And they weren't like hard, but they were fair and still kept me on my toes. So that was good. Let's have a look and see who we should raid. Thank you so much for coming by, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this game as much as I am. And I appreciate all the raids and everyone new coming by. Now tomorrow, I am actually taking a break because I have some other things planned. So no stream tomorrow. I guess technically it's today because it's past midnight. No stream tomorrow, and then my next one will be on Wednesday where we'll pick this up. Who's streaming? Let's check up on Drago. He is streaming Pokemon. He's doing some kind of challenge run. I don't really know much about current Pokemon games. This Friday, I'm also going to be on his channel. He's starting the last chapter of the Great Ace Attorney 2, and I'm going to be joining him. It's probably going to be this week and next week. So look forward to that as well on Friday. Alright, stick around for the raid. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you all again on Wednesday for more Final Fantasy XVI. Take care. Bye-bye.